Alright, let's not get into any bullshit, let's just get straight into it. So this over here is the character event, as it says right here. For new players, the thing you need to keep in mind is you only get this for units that are inside over here. Now that can be a limited unit. For example, Yuri over here is a limited unit because it only goes to 200, and it is also applicable to exclusive units which go 300. So both of those units you're gonna get a character event. However, the carnival unit, whoops, my bad. The carnival unit, those do not get a character event. So now new players are gonna be asking the question that is it even worth it to do all the tasks, the boss, and to build up the character that you're not even gonna ever use? Is it even worth it just for this event? The answer, I'm gonna give it to you straightforward. Yes, you need to. Unfortunately, they've made it so that you need to pull every single unit, and it doesn't matter that if he belongs to your faction or not. For example, I'm not a CCG, and this is a free-to-play new account, a brand new account, by the way, and I'm not CCG, but even then I had to pull for this Yuri just for this event. And you might be asking, why would you do that? And after looking at the rewards inside that, I hope I can change your mind on that. But with that being said, there are gonna be some situations where, let's say we know who the next character is, right? Let's just say we of course know who it is, but let's pretend that, oh, it's someone very important to me, and you know I wanted that unit for a very long time, right? So you're gonna be thinking that, for example, look here, I got this Yuri at 90 pulls, which is ridiculous. So this is the worst case scenario, right? So you're gonna say that maybe the same thing happens to me, right? Why should I risk it? Why would I not save for the unit that's coming up next just to pull one unit for the character event? Well, even in such a case, you are unfortunately gonna want to pull one copy, because of how heavy the rewards are inside the character event. They really incentivize you to pull every single unit, so except for the carnivals, of course. So yeah, even in such a scenario, you unfortunately do need to pull one every single time. With that huge side note out of the way, let's get into the event itself. So we're gonna begin with the simplest thing. Don't bother with this one. That's just a pack. Now the first part of this is this. So this account is in a very good position to make content because I'm number one everywhere, even though I'm like I just started yesterday, and that's because the server is dead. So it's gonna be a perfect sandbox basically. So as you can see, the first reward, and this is perfect by the way that it just showed up, is this. This is very important in the game. In fact, I would say this is one of the most important currencies, if not the most important currency in the entire game. And I'm not gonna go over right now why that is. You just need to know that it is, right? So the bunny event, he's basically a boss. You just go in, you beat him up. He doesn't even attack back. For those who are new, you need to do a certain amount of damage to get a bunch of rewards from here, which is very nice. You never want to miss this. And also you want to attack him every single day, for two things mainly. This 100 gems, you might think this is like literally nothing, but on the other hand, you need to do it to upkeep your rank, because every time, let's say right now it shows maximum rounds per challenge today is 4. So as you can see, that the number of rounds per challenge will gradually increase, and this means that, let's say you're rank 1 in day 1, that's going to change as soon as day 2 occurs, and that's because the number of challenges increases. Now what this means is that, let's go over here and just see. Basically you have 4 waves of attacks, and in the first day that's going to be 1. So your damage will scale like a lot. For example, I've been only able to reach over here because it's a new account. I'll be able to hit this today. So that's what it means essentially. So you want to keep doing this every day. I know it can be a chore, but it is also fun to see high damage numbers. Now how you do this is, don't mind the characters here, it is a brand new account. So you want to go here and you want to pick whatever your friends has, right? Now the reason why you always want to do this is let's say right now CCG, even though I'm not a CCG main, someone else, for example, all of these people are CCG mains, that's why they all have been maxed, and you want to use them to get the higher amount of points. Now let's say it's for no org, like this account is no org. So if it were a no org character, then I would not need to pick it from here. I would use my own units. And there's several strategies to this. I mean, you don't need to use the strategies like for specific lineups. Those you can ask in the official Discord every single time, because that changes with every single event, unfortunately. Or you can just run a random team. A good random team to run every single time would be to just keep one slot empty for the character in question, because you cannot enter without having that character, and then have the Halloween Arima in backup. Or if you're like just starting out, just put whatever backup unit you have, a buffer, which would usually be Sen, Hide, and all that stuff. It's complicated. I can't go too much into it because seriously it changes with every faction. So yeah, you're just gonna have to ask up, or just auto it and just go in. You can do that too. Just get the attack in at the end of the day. And the rank also matters. Sorry. Now we have the second thing, which is the daily plan. These are tasks you need to complete every single day, and you absolutely need to do this, because this is not important at the end. The reason for that is, if you're starting out, sure, you can grab it, but if you don't get this cell at the end, it is definitely not the end of the world, because this cell is a random cell, and it can be a rank 1 or a rank 5. Like, it's complete RNG. Most of the time it's a very bad cell. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a fully red factor cell, right? For example, let me show you. I should have exactly one of those. Yes. So over here, this is what you'll probably get out of that. Now, I'm not saying you can get lucky and you can get something good out of it. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, for anyone that's not a newer player, definitely go for this, because this can be used as food, and higher level players will know what I'm talking about. But apart from that, your main goal as a new player should be this star up. This is a star up fragment, to be more precise. If you can make it, definitely do it till here. These two are a nice additions. Of course, if you are very active, try to get them all. The missions are fairly simple, so of course try to get them all. But in case, let's say you miss a couple of days, and there are missions in here that if you miss them out, you can't do them in time by the end, right? So in such a case, just go for this one. Now let's go over the missions one by one. This one, it's going to be completed on its own because it's stamina. You just need to consume it. You just play the game and it'll be done on its own. Week 2 has points in weekly challenge. Just borrow someone's unit, match the attribute, and hit the boss in the org, and it's very simple. And then the third one is the most difficult one, where you need to do a whopping 40 attacks in arena. Not everyone is going to be able to do this. However, as you can see, this is the most important one, as it gives the force challenge. Like I said before, the most important currency in the game. You definitely want to go for this. On day 4, we have the participate in world boss. Just take any unit, go in there and die, and it'll still count. And then you have another difficult one. Unfortunately, this is the one that I would say you can't skip this one. For example, even right now, as you can see, I intend to skip out these two, because like it's such a hassle to do this. If you can do it, definitely do it, especially for a new player. This currency is good. I mean, it's not the best in the world, but it is good to have. So if you're gonna skip on one and you intend to be online all 7 days, this is the one that you can opt to skip out, because doing urgent assignments needs you to do a bunch of assignments and then wait for 15 minutes for the urgent assignment to pop up, and you do that for like 12 times, and you have a lock of 5 assignments per day. So yeah, this is definitely one of the more annoying ones. Not as hard as this one, because this one actually needs you to do like a lot of attacks in arena, and for a new player, you can just go in and quit out. That's fine. For someone who is higher up in the ranks, this is gonna be difficult, because you're gonna have to online every day while trying to maintain your rank. What I did personally is then I wouldn't say everyone to do it, but I just go in and I quit 40 times, let everyone win. You're gonna be against the bots when you lose. you just lose 40 times. Definitely do not do that. For a new player, you can most definitely do that if your rank is low. Just get this under any circumstance. Just get it out of the way. Even if it means like losing your rank for an entire week, it's fine. Just get this out of the way. It's really important. And then we have do the conquest battle. You can just sweep this. Just straight up sweep it. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're free to play. You have 5 sweeps. Just do it for 3 days. It's over. Very simple. And then the last one is gonna be exploration. You don't even need to do anything. Just click exploration, click start, and then quit out of it. This quitting out of the mode applies to most stuff in this, so just keep it as a rule of thumb that you don't even need to do it. You can just quit out of it. Now here comes the last one, which is the most difficult one. I do have a Yuri right now. As I showed you guys, I did get him in 90 pulls, or maybe I'm just misremembering. So as you can see, this is the worst scenario. I got him very late, but I do have him. But since it's a new account, I cannot build him up. I will build him up, of course, before the event goes away. But with that being said, this is the most important part. So this new account, everything's like unclaimed. So this is perfect for me to explain. Upgrade the limit of Yuri to 1. This goes up all the way. This is where everyone makes a mistake. I've even made this mistake myself. You do not have to upgrade his limit all the way. For example, this Naki over here, this Orochi, and this Naki. You can do him until the point where he takes these. The red ones do not. Basically, you get him to level 7, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but you upgrade Yuri's limit or whatever the character is until the point where it takes this currency. The red stones, do not use this. As soon as the point comes where it uses this at limit 8 or 7 or whatever it is, you don't do this upgrade. You just straight up don't do it. And the reason being, that material is very important. Like, it is very important. Do not waste that. And it is by the time you get to it, it's gonna give you 5 tickets, and like in no way that is worth it to do that. So under no circumstance do it. However, let's say the unit belongs to your faction or you intended to max him out anyway, most definitely do that, because it's a nice bonus, I guess, because you were gonna do that anyway. Next up, star up. Obviously, same goes for this one. If the unit is off your faction or you like the unit, you're gonna max him out anyway. Very good. You're gonna get a nice bonus of these potential coins, which is a nice bonus. Never upgrade the stars of the unit just for these. This is like the most wasteful thing you can ever do. You'll completely screw your account, especially for new. Next up is this one. This one you need to do. Yuri's bond leeches level 10. Remember, when I say Yuri, I just mean anyone who is in the event, right? I'm just saying Yuri for the sake of convenience. So you definitely want to do this. Get all of his bonds up to max. It is a very simple resource to get. Just click auto. One thing to keep in mind is when you click auto, it for some reason takes in the ultimate bonds as well, so to keep that in mind. But that as we're gonna go over that one as well, that is a good thing to do, so we're gonna go over that in the next one. So for now, let's check the next one, which is the equipment tier. Now this one is a real hassle because this needs you to spend keys on Yuri exclusively. And what this means is, let's go over here, and for example, I have Uta over here. This wants me to get Yuri's spear specifically. I would need to select this and pull over that. Now the problem with that is the game has updated the capacity of the exclusive equipment all the way to 300, and this currency is quite rare. And sorry for the pause there. And that is why that currency is actually pretty rare now. It didn't used to be like that, but so basically, let's say that this unit you're gonna max him anyway. Sure, go for this one. You're gonna max his tier equipment out anyway. So definitely do that, because you're gonna get 50 gems. This does not add up. This is just to say it's 50 gems. It's nothing huge. If you don't even have the keys, don't even worry about this one. It's like so negligible, it's not even worth it. And the reason why you don't want to select Yuri Spear there, especially if it's not related to your factions or your teams, is because if you select it, you'll have a higher probability to get the spear that you selected, right? And you don't want that for Yuri. You want that for one of your main units. So that's why don't do this one. And the next one is the ultimate bond effect. Most definitely do this one if you're a new player, because the only thing you need to get the ultimate bond tablets is a lot of a lot of energy, basically a lot of cells. So if you don't want to use a lot of cells, by all means you can skip this, but only do that if you're in the later game and you have level 6 potentials on everyone. And even then I would say that this is probably worth to get, because you can combine them to gamble for a rainbow potential. So in any scenario I think this is a very good one. But again, I have been personally in situations where I've not been able to get this one simply because I deadass did not have the energy to get the ultimate bonds. And anyone who's even playing the game even for a day will already know how difficult it is to like get the ultimate bond tablets. If you're like absolutely new, you don't know what I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about. As you can see, I have 16. So they're not hard to get, they're just resource intensive. You can straight up sweep them, that's not the problem. The problem is they just take up a lot of energy. Later on in the game you're gonna be sweeping force challenges all the time, and that is why for some people this might actually not even be possible. So try to get it, but if you don't, it's not the end of the world. If you're new and you don't have level 6 potentials on everyone, definitely try to get this one. And the last one, and this, my folks, is why we even are bothering to make this video. This is the most important one. Basically, you don't want to select Yuri's spear in the key event, right? In the key, the key box thingy, but you do want to use the stuff you get out of there. If I can get it. Oh sheesh, come on. Yeah, so you do want to use the ability boosters to level Yuri's spear all the way to exactly 150. Now, as you the astute among you may have noticed that I earlier said that this is actually a rare resource. So now why am I suddenly saying that you should be spending it on Yuri when I told you not to pick him over here? And the reason for that is, again, this this is one of the most important currencies in the game. So you have to get this under any circumstance. Let's say, for example, over here, right, my main unit right now is Orochi for no org, right? And if I were to be given the choice between leveling his exclusive equipment, right, for example, he's 59 right now, and I had the choice to do him or him, I would pick Yuri every single time. Even though they've increased the limit to 300 for this, and the resource is very rare now, but even then you have to get him to 150. The other thing is, getting Yuri's spear to 150 is actually simple. It doesn't take all that much, and the reason you want to get him exactly to 150 and not further beyond that is because this reward only lasts till 150. For example, it says level 10 right here, right? That'll go up to 150, and not one level higher than that, one level lower than that. So you want to get it to exactly that, and you want to claim all of it. You will get a lot of, I think it's around 20,000 force talents from here. Don't quote me on that, I'm not 100%. But hang on, let's claim. Yeah, it's 20,000 from that. 20,000 or around 30,000. You can get a whole upgrade on the force talent. So yeah, that's gonna be entirely the everything you need to know about the character event. If you intend to max the character out in any way, then of course this is just an extra. Everything you see here is an extra. If you do not intend to max the unit, of course the stuff in there is definitely worth it, so you pull one copy. For example, even in the worst scenario, I spent 90 pulls over here, and yeah, even then it's worth it, because there's not many ways to get that currency, those papers, because the only way to get them consistently is by either spending gems like straight up in the carnival, or just having the #1 org, and with server merges every time, that is not guaranteed. So that is the most volatile currency in the game. Last update, they increased the amount of force talents they have inside here, and you can bet my ass that the force talents are going to be increased again in the future. But what I mean by that is the limit of the force talent, the cap, is going to be increased once again. This has happened 2 times already, and you can bet my ass, you can quote me on this, that it's going to increase again. It's a huge revenue maker for the game, and you have to stay up on that. and this is one of the ways where you can do it without actually pulling for it directly. You don't need to participate in strongholds in the middle of the nights. You don't need to pull for you don't need to convert the carnival units into the force talents. You don't need to do any of that. You just need to participate over here, and you'll get them every single week, or like whatever the duration, whenever a new unit comes out, or rather 2 weeks, unit comes out, you get force talents, and of course the extra stuff on top of that is very useful as well. So yeah, whenever one thing to know as well is new players will be confused that I'm saying Yuri all the time, and when they watch the video and it's not Yuri, that's because I'm just saying Yuri for the sake of convenience. It can be anyone over here. Like I said, anyone that's over here is gonna be over there, unless it's a carnival unit. So with that being said, I'm not gonna stretch out the video anymore. It's already 20 minutes. I think this is my 10th take to do this video, because it always ends up being so long. The order of the videos does not matter, because there's gonna be a playlist in the end. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Have any comments, have any doubts, just hit me up in the comments. If you need personalized help with your account, hit up your Discord in the comments, and I'll be sure to help you with that. Anything I can improve. I know the mic quality is atrocious, absolutely horrible. Please do bear with me on that one, because I do have stuff going on in my house, and the mic is eventually gonna pick it up. If the background music is too loud, do let me know about that one as well. With that being said, I'm gonna see you in the next one.